Hello, this is the Feurich upright piano, 122 centimeters tall, just come into stock. So it's a new piano. To see if there's any work that we might need to do to improve it, and also to appraise the piano generally. We're going to leave those on the legs until it's sold, as that obviously protects them. The whole piano is immaculate, of course. This one has brass finishes. There's also some in chrome. We've got some of those in stock too. Now, we've got plenty of videos on Feurich upright pianos, especially the 122, which is one of our favourite pianos to buy and sell. And so just looking at specific things for this one, so if you want to look at the measurements and so on, 11 millimeters, they're standard really for all pianos actually. Well, pianos do vary, but 11 key dip is something that I prefer. I've mentioned many times before. Legroom is good. 61.5 is, say, a standard Yamaha upright, and so 63 is good. 7 centimeter pedals high. Yamaha's about the same too. Would like them to be slightly lower, but that's fine really. You don't find any new pianos with, or very few with, lower pedals than that. It's important for comfort's sake if you're on the pedal, and you can see my foot there on the pedal, and obviously if the angle's too great, and we've looked at that on many other videos, then it's not comfortable. Now the main work we need to do is just voicing, and I want to try and talk you through that, see if you can, so I can show what I mean by that. There's a break point there, and there's a copper and steel string break point there. So just going to look at that break point and the voicing generally on the piano. And the key weighting, well, we've mentioned this before, very accurate on new Feurichs. Is one of the best. Not all new pianos have accurate key weighting. It should be between 48 and 52, and all that falls within the range, so you won't notice any difference between the keys if you press them down. So if we take the Celeste out, then we can voice the hammers. This is what we call the break point, where they cross over each other, and also there's the point at which the copper strings become steel, or the steel strings become copper. So let's listen to the hammers on both of those. So the break point here, there's the first of the bass and the last of the tenor. Now a good manufacturer gets it as good as accurate as possible, and some top quality German pianos, you can hardly tell the difference. This is very good. This is excellent. This one here needs a little bit of voicing down, possibly. You can't really bring the hammers up if they're brand new hammers, unless they've been voiced. When they're brand new, they're put on in the press and they're as hard as possible, and you voice them down. So it's always voicing down when they're brand new hammers. It's not a huge difference there, but we'll try and disguise that a bit more. Now, I have actually done this one already because it was standing out quite a lot. Hear the difference between those two. That one is brighter than that one, so that one needs voicing, so I need to mark that on, and that's been marked here. So we've got the break point there, and I didn't mark the one on the left of the break point, which we should have done. And F I've already done, and F sharp needs doing. So if we look at that again, there's F matched in as well as possible. You can never get a perfect match between the copper and the steel, as good as you can get. I don't know if you can pick that up on the video. There's only a slight difference. There was a lot of difference on this one, that's why I've done that already. I shouldn't have done really, because you could have heard the difference. And that one also slightly bright. Of course, you could spend all day. If you're not careful, it's like cutting someone's hair. You can end up with no hair. So you have to be careful not to over voice. So obviously, as the piano is played in, it could be voiced again in 2 or 3 months after that. Or the client could. We have a worksheet for the client like this once we've sold a piano, and you can download it and have a look and see what you think might improve the piano. Hammers are voiced by needling very gently indeed, no deeper really than 1.5 millimeters. I discussed that with one of the Steinway voicers, and I asked him, how deep would you go? He said 1.5 millimeters. So, well, it's obviously something we're always learning. So you just gingerly, at the end, if it's too gingerly, then it won't make enough difference. So you've got to know how much to do it, or it make a difference initially and then wear off. So you've got to know how much to do it. Obviously, that's something that hopefully comes with experience. Now, I decided I couldn't make much difference to the breakpoint one here. It was too dangerous to voice it anymore. It might make the hammer too soft. So this one here I have voiced, and voiced it in with these. So let's listen to the one next to this one. And that's slightly brighter. I don't know if you can pick it up on the video, but so as I say, the danger is, like with cutting hair, you could cut it all off in the end. At least I would. So there's various notes I picked out earlier that need very slight voicing, so we're trying to just make it as perfect as possible. I'm going to compare the tone of this piano with the Yamaha U3H. This is a Yamaha U3H made in 1970. This one is voicing, as you can probably hear. The E is much stronger, much sharper than the E flat. This Yamaha U3 definitely needs voicing at the change between the steel and the copper, if you listen to the difference. It's quite a big contrast, and that often happens on a lot of uprights. Thank you very much for listening.